The astonishing program you're about to watch is truly inexplicable. It was recorded in 2021, in the midst of the pandemic, and the reasons why it didn't reach your screen until now are still under investigation. People who have watched it warn that the program contains high doses of information, entertainment, and foolish humor. Viewer discretion is advised.
And welcome to TheTalk Show, the first entertainment space created by and for professionals in the raising and caring of pigs. The tastiest sow in the row. Welcome! Wow! A smart farming. You may think, well, smart. No. We are not talking about silly things. We are talking about smart farming. Smart farming is here to stay. So it's something that it's little by little is appearing, and there is a lot of people interested in that. You will get amazed of how amount of people they want to be there. Universities, startups, companies that they are already working, farmers, all them, they have interest in that, smart farming. Smart farming is here to stay. Wherever, there is a lot of limitations, we know. To have a good smart farming, we need to have sometimes internet in all the farms. And we know that this is a limitation, of course. And we need to have good electricity. Sometimes the electricity is not even in the farm, so those are two things that we needed in a smart farm. But it's here to stay because will help a lot the people that they are working in a farm. They are different fields that they are interested in that. So this is why we start our high quality pork precision farming award. That it was focused on trying to raise all the different initiatives that they were around that. And I need to tell you that we were really surprised about the amount of people that they were interested in that. More than 30 applicants. Yeah, you heard well. More than 30 applicants from all over the world. They were sharing those ideas, the ideas that they have around that. And it was really interesting to see how good they are. And a lot of synergies between all these ideas that they are coming from the nutrition side, for the management side, for what it's the way to control the farm, things like environment, they play important roles. So all those things all together, they make that we will have a farm that more and more it will be more and more clever. And maybe we will need to think about a different profile of people working in a smart farming. So now, instead of having people having one type of skills, they will need to have another type of skills that it will be more and more important. Because everything that is related to smart farming tries to go into make the life easier in a farm and be more successful. So yeah, smart farming is here to stay, and we are here to enjoy the show tonight. So let's go start and enjoy the show tonight. Let's go. Thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you very much. What an interesting program we have ahead. Do you know what we will talk about? Precision farming. And if we talk about precision farming, there is only one person that can help us a lot on that. And this name of this person is Tom Stein. Why Tom Stein? Okay, Tom Stein, since he was doing the PhD, he was sort of involved in this kind of thing. So look, do you know that there is a lot of people in the world that they are using a software program that it's called PigSham? This is the person who was doing the PigSham on his PhD work. Can you imagine? After that, he jumps to, after doing some PhD consultancy, he was jumping into another nice adventure that it was PigNet. And after the PorkNet, he was then later on being in MetaFarms, and now he's in Maximus. This guy is incredible. He jumps to some different and always challenging places. So thank you, Tom Stein, for being with us tonight. Thank you, Tom. Welcome.
Thanks a lot, Mikhail. It's my pleasure to be here.
It's a pity that you are not physically here. So it's a pity that we need to talk with this kind of set that, well, it's a little bit strange. But anyway, thank you for being here. Tom, and the topic today is that precision farming, smart farming, which I think that it's a thing that it's important. Is technology here to stay, Tom?
Yeah, it's always the question, and of course it is. But, it reminds me, Mikkel, that, when I started porknet.com and then Porknet Daily Email was 1997, and I was looking for sponsors. Do you know what the people asked me? They said, we don't think that pork producers will ever have email addresses. So how can we sponsor an email newsletter, right? Yeah. And do you know when I started MetaFarms, which was a web-based software, all internet, the question, you know what the question was?
No.
Is the internet here to stay? And so, of course, we are on this technology, amazing, improvement and adventure in technology. Producers are not going to believe what 10 years from now, what they will be doing and how it will be working in their farms.
I remember, Tom, at the time that of Porknet, that one of the conversations that I have with you at that time, I don't want to say that was a long time ago because it was maybe yesterday. Anyway, I remember that at that time you were saying, look, I have a dream. And my dream is that with one single button, the people click this button on the computer and they have all the solutions for anything that it will be farm related. Which is the dream that you have now, Tom?
Well, now, back then, 20 years ago, that was impossible. The vision was clear, but it was really technically impossible. But today, now, it really is technically possible with both the advances in the internet and in data, and then especially with artificial intelligence and machine learning. Now we have the capability of being able to do those types of software, data, push the button and get a lot of answers.
And nowadays we see that all these, let's say, smart solutions, they are coming from different places. And I think that it's interesting to see that from farmers to universities, to producers, to startups, to companies like the ones that you are now, that it's a well set up company, no? That all you are doing interventions in this world. So which is the thing that your company, the ones that you are now working for, are more interested on? So what's the purpose of Maximus on all these things?
Right. Well, I was the CEO and founder of MetaFarms, which was developing a web-based tracking system for pigs, especially finishing pigs and sows. But then I led that company for about 15 years, and it was successful. And I decided I would move on because it was clear to me that the future is really the combination of hardware and software. Smart animal tags, software, hardware like computer controls, and that's what Maximus is doing. And they pitched me on joining Maximus. Maximus makes smart computer controls, smart controls for pigs and poultry and dairy. And so, of course, these are now the smart computers for managing not only ventilation and temperature, humidity, water, and on, but much more than that. Even managing standby generators, truck washes, medication coolers, and on. And so our vision now is match up the software with the hardware and offer complete solutions.
That's really interesting. But by the way, I have one feeling that with all these kind of things, probably there is a missed things, or we are not taking into account the limitations that we have. No, some of these things to work properly, they need to have internet, of course, electricity, which are things that sometimes we don't have in the farms. So. What do you think about these limitations that we still have? That will be solved, these limitations, or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the electricity. I'm not a elite mind about that, but obviously, for anyone that has new modern tunnel ventilated types of buildings, even that's what the standard now is in China. That electricity issue is not going to be a problem, and especially with standby generators and all the rest. But the internet is a real interesting question. In the years from 2000 to 2015, with metafarms, we never had any issues at all with producers not being able to get internet. And I'm talking about in North America. Now, what's happening today with Starlink, which is the Elon Musk company, that they will have a complete high frequency internet capabilities across the world for delivering internet to remote locations, rural locations. So no, it's just like somebody saying, well, nobody's going to have email addresses. The whole internet, rural or remote problems are going to disappear in the next 5 years.
Clearly. So times fly. Sorry for that, but I want to ask you the last one. And now I ask the audience to take note on what you will say, because I will ask for the 3 tech gaps or the 3 technology things that we need to have in the next 5 years.
Yeah, well, no question that for anybody raising pigs, they need a smart control in their barn, because the biggest thing that's happening today is the development of autonomous barns and houses for poultry flocks, right? So these barns basically run themselves, not without people, but extending the labor. So no question about that. Obviously, software, and I think the next big thing that people need to put in place is a real-time communication system among the employees and the other stakeholders like truckers and et cetera, et cetera. So those 3 pieces, smart controls linked to the software along with the communication system.
Perfect. So, well, Tom, are you a fan of traditions?
I am a fan of traditions.
Okay,
yeah.
that's nice, because we have a kind of tradition here that it's to connect to what it's my boss, which is Rika Jolie, the head of the Swine in Merck Animal Health, and usually she likes to post a question. Do you mind if Rika posts a question to you, Tom?
I'd be happy to hear from
Okay,
Rika.
great. So now we are connecting with my head, the head of Global Swine at Merck Animal Health. Good morning, Rika.
Hi, Mikael. How are you?
Fine, and really fine. Thank you for being with us tonight. So please, let's say the floor is yours. Please, you can pose the question to Tom now.
All right, thanks. I mean, first of all, welcome, Tom. It's really a pleasure to see you on our show. And I mean, you and I have known each other for a long time. We've had many conversations about, the topic of pigs, but also going beyond pigs, art for one, because I know you're interested in art. But anyways, tonight we'll stick with the pigs. And I think what you were talking about was very interesting with respect to precision farming and where the future lies of precision farming. But I can't stop wondering about, how will that impact a producer with respect to their labor? Will they have to be hiring a different type of labor force, a labor force that, maybe is more in tune with technology, and how will that impact pig care in general? So what are your thoughts on that?
It's a really excellent question, Rika. And it's really interesting. I was talking to one of the largest pork producers in North America and, of course, in the world. And what they were telling me, and they're very interested in anything that can extend their people, like robots. They just ordered 20 power washing robots from a company in Denmark for their farrowing houses. And what they said is that we are going to hire smart young people, and we're going to pay them much more than the typical average wage in the swine industry in North America. And we're going to extend their capabilities using as much technology as we possibly can. And so I think that's a really good example of where things are going.
All right, so we can expect a lot of different things here for the swine industry in the future. That's great to hear. Hopefully, nobody forgets about the pigs.
No, in fact, I think it will be actually adding to the ability to track the pigs and improve their welfare and really turn groups into individuals. Right, that's what we can use technology for.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Hey, Mikael, thank you. I guess this is the end. I will hang up and go back to sunny Kansas City, but it's cold here. And good luck to you. You're doing great out there. You're looking great, too.
Thank you, Rika. Thank you, Rika, for this really nice, interesting question.
Well, it was great being here, Mikael. Thank you again. Thank you also, Tom. And enjoy the rest of the night. Enjoy the rest of the program. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And again, Tom, I don't have anything else to say. Thank you to you. And do you know we have something in Spain which is tapa? And tapa is a small bite. And what we had today is a tapa of technology. And thanks for bringing this really very beautiful tapa to all of us, Tom. Thank you very much, Tom.
Thanks, Mikael. My pleasure. Thanks, Rika.
A big applause to say goodbye to Tom. Wow, Teach is awesome. It's amazing. You have everything just one click away. It's easy. Let's go. Imagine that you just need, or you just want, or you need, I don't know, a BLT sandwich. So it's easy. You just need to open the app, select BLT sandwich, option no L, no T, a lot of B if it's possible. You just click and bing.
Mikael, did you just order a BLT sandwich?
What? Me? No. Good morning, Olivia.
Yeah, Mikael, you need to disconnect from your professional account before you order food. Otherwise, your food keeps coming to New Jersey.
Yes, I will do so. Sorry. But please, let's welcome Olivia with a warm round applause. Hello, Olivia.
Thank you, Mikael. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Olivia, well, I have a question for you. Do we have some questions? Do we receive some questions?
Oh, Mikael, plenty. After the last program and the interview you did to Dr. Vizcaino, the debate is raging. I have plenty of questions that have been coming. Shall we start?
Yeah, by all means, let's go there.
Okay, this is All You Need is Pork.
The first question comes from UK, Olivia. Do you think that the improvements in animal welfare may decrease farm income?
Very interesting question, Mikael, and I'm glad our colleagues are putting that forward because it's a question that is in the mind of a lot of people in the sector. So, I took the chance and I went to discuss with our animal welfare lead, Dr. Angela Weisinger, to learn more about the topic. So what Dr. Weisinger was telling me is that before any action is implemented in the farm income and farm sustainability and profitability is always analyzed. Because yes, of course, as a producer, you do want to improve your animal welfare, not only because it's in the rules, but it's also something that you care about, but you never want to do that at the detriment of the profitability. And she gave me a very nice example of our intradermal needle-free vaccination for pigs, our IDAL system, that's been in the market through MSD for more than 20 years. And she was putting forward a couple of things that actually IDAL allows you to take advantage of both sides of the coin. There's a high vaccine efficacy that's been proven once and again during these 20 years, but there also, because there's no needles, there's less stress and pain for the piglets. And we all know that less stressed piglets perform better, keep suckling, and have a healthier development. But there's also another positive impact, and this is for the farm workers, because obviously workers care
about their animals. So seeing animals that are in less pain through the manipulations that they go through also have a very good impact on them and consequently on the pigs. So there are really actions that can be taken that allow you both to have a better animal welfare while maintaining or even improving your farm sustainability. But Mikael, you that have been in the field, what do you think? What are your examples?
Well, no, I think that you are exactly right, Olivia, on that. So, because the people should think that animal welfare it will be an increase of the cost. No way, because at the end, do you know what happens? That animal welfare, what gives is to have a better animal with the better conditions. With animal welfare, it says that, do you know, when we are talking about the people to live longer, we say, please, don't smoke, have a healthy life, all these kind of things. So at the end, animal welfare is about that. It's about having a healthy life for the animals. So for sure that doesn't mean that you will have a higher cost on your production. At the end, you will have better life for those animals that you are applying that. Yeah, definitely. Good point. I have another question, Olivia. As you anticipated, we have quite a few questions on African swine fever, following the interview with Dr. Sanchez-Vizcaíno. That was a really very successful one in our previous program. I don't know if we will be able to answer all of them.
I don't know, Mikael. Unfortunately, we have time constraints in our program and we have many questions. So we do apologize to our viewers, but I have prepared a little video that maybe will solve some of those questions in a shorter time. Should we take a look at it?
Great. Let's go for it. I like the idea. Play the video.
African swine fever is currently the greatest threat to the pig sector globally. It is a viral disease described for the first time in Africa in 1921 by Montgomery that affects both domestic and wild of all ages. It is not a disease with the ability to infect people, so it is not a public health issue. There is currently no healing treatment nor preventive commercial vaccines against this disease. Currently, the disease is present in 3 continents, Africa, Europe, and Asia, that house 70% of the global pig population. The ASFV is a very genetically and structurally complex and large virus that does not cause the production of neutralizing antibodies. Is very resistant in the environment. Its great genetic variability causes asymptomatic animals. ASF shows several clinical presentations: acute, subacute, and asymptomatic.
Wow, this is a video, a real video. Wow. As always, José Manuel Sánchez-Vizcaíno going deep into, well, it's this kind of persons that they, in a few words, they can tell you which are the most important things. So he was talking about the importance of the virus, characteristics about this virus, how spread this virus it is. Wow, I'm excited about this video. I think that it was a great one, no? What do you think, Olivia?
I agree, Mikael. I always wonder how someone can make so interesting just talking about the disease, but Dr. Vizcaíno does. But I think we all need to just be aware that there's a lot to learn still about African swine fever, and we are unfortunately not done with the disease yet. But we are all very proud about the swine sector and how the swine sector is pushing forward, the resilience that you guys are showing, and how you work hard to make sure that our consumers always have a healthy source of protein in their dish, no matter what the circumstances. So thank you.
Yeah, and well, now it's a pity, guys, because as always, the things, they have an end. They have a beginning and they have an end, and now it's the end. So this is the end of Q&A questions. So thank you, Olivia, for helping, for being there, for being so great, and sorry for the BLT mistake. Do you know, I just was trying to my fingers just slide on the screen, and these things happen. Sorry for that.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit too greasy. But anyway. Thank you, Mikael. Thank you to our audience. Thank you for the questions you sent. Please keep doing so we can keep having this nice section together. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Olivia. Bye. Bye, Olivia. Wow, what a great program again tonight with Tom Stein. It's been so nice. Go to each of these subjects of smart farming. Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe that it was so great. But we have some more to come. And if I say a word, immunology, It comes to my mind a guy that it's really a great one, explaining this thing in a really, really good way. This guy is Professor Rafael Franduloso from Universidade Passo Fundo de Brazil. So, guys, you need to be there in the next program. Bye.